Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Celebrity and Variety Talk Show with Josie Latimer. Today, my topic is Michael Jackson is dead. What I wanted to touch on today is about the two accusers that are accusing Michael Jackson of sexually molesting them when they were kids. Now, take for granted that someone say you molested them and you're dead. How could you prove it? How could you prove it? The only way I would believe these guys is, in fact, if they had Michael Jackson's semen on their underwear or their semen on Michael Jackson's sheets. That would be the only way that I would believe them in any shape, form, or fashion. Now, some people will say, well, molestation, I've heard this before. Molestation doesn't mean just sexual contact, it can mean touching, fondling, so forth and so on. Yes, but most molesters that molest people, their whole entire goal is to eventually ejaculate, which is the reason they are molesters. They want to rape, they want to ejaculate, they want to get the whole feeling of molesting someone. So even if he fondled them in the beginning, eventually it would have went on into sexual contact, sexual intercourse, or some form of ejaculation, or some form of some DNA somewhere left behind. And that will be the only way that I would support these accusers of Michael Jackson. I want Michael Jackson to rest in peace and his legacy to move on. Now, if he did it and the evidence is there, then I would truly be all for the two accusers. I would be for them. But if I don't see anything, how can the dead defend themselves? Let the dead rest in peace. If you didn't get them then, and you say that you were afraid because someone may have hurt you or going to kill you or this or that, well, you still should be afraid because those same people may still be around. Michael is dead, but they may not be dead. So they could still possibly come and get you. Even the lady that was the maid there for Michael Jackson, I saw an interview with her on TV where she was saying, oh, I was so afraid and, I was threatened and I was this and that. Well, if she was afraid then, she should be afraid now because those same people can still be around to do it just like with those guys. So I don't buy this, I was afraid, I was this and I was that. And in fact, if she saw this going around and saw underwear floating in the bathtub, that just sounds a little fishy to me for some grown ass woman to see a child being molested and she don't say anything out of fear when she can have all the protection in the world for her if she was to turn in a molester molesting a child, especially around Michael Jackson's place, Neverland. So a lot of these people just coming out the woodworks like they did for R. Kelly, but I'm for them if it can be proven. If you have that DNA evidence where it shows Michael Jackson's semen on the underwear of these two accusers or on their shirt, just anywhere, just something to prove it, then I'll be for you. So a lot of people are against Oprah because Oprah interviewed them on her show. But what I want to say about that is Oprah had a soft spot, I guess, because she was molested. That could be the reason. Or, money talks and bull walks. It could be that she got paid. Nobody knows but Oprah and all of the people that was involved in that particular segment. So Oprah Hart could be for Michael, but if it was about money and it was something she did to keep her network going, she probably did it. And later on, she'll probably come out and tell us why she did this. So we have to keep open minds about that. But I know one thing for me personally, I wouldn't have anything to do with them if they couldn't tell me I have solid proof. I have his semen. I have something that you're not going to be ashamed and nobody can't say anything negative about you because I'm coming to you correct. I have proof in the pudding. So they can see the proof, the world can see the proof, and no one can say anything negative about you airing this show. So that's what I wanted to say is that Michael Jackson is dead. Michael cannot defend himself. And the reason I'm saying that DNA is very, very important because this is someone I knew personally that was awarded 9 point some million dollars. And the attorneys told her, we can't take your case because if you don't have solid evidence, because this man swore on an affidavit that he did not have sex with you, he did not rape you. And she says, guess what I do? She pulled the Monica Lewinsky. And this is not something I'm making up. This is someone I knew. But guess what? She didn't enjoy the money. She died like a few years after then. So, and when she told me that story, I was just looking at her like, somebody raped you? You know, because she's pretty tough. She doesn't look like the one that would let no one rape her, especially if she went to their hotel room. So she did have the dress. She says, I pulled the Monica Lewinsky on him. She had the dress with the DNA to prove it. And when the guy said he did not have sex with her, and he had sworn that statement, that was it. So he immediately settled out of court because he was married, a rich guy that was married, and he did not want it to go to court, or his wife. She probably don't know to this day. But my friend was awarded 9 point something million because she had that DNA to prove it. So, but this man was alive and she was alive. So there was two people that had to negotiate. But with Michael being dead, it's just a one-sided. I could say he molested me. I could say he raped me. Anybody can say it, like they doing R. Kelly. A lot of people are saying it that he didn't. The people he even helped, R. Kelly helped, are still saying he did it just because they was in his atmosphere. Now, for those he did do it to, then I'm against anything that he did illegal. So let's not get this twisted. However, the people that were legal, that wanted to be with him, that wanted to enjoy his money, are coming now for the love of money, like my friend did. That's no good. She didn't even live to enjoy that $9 million. This is true. This is real, what I'm telling you. This is real. This is a girl that I knew when I first moved back here to Houston from California. And I met her when I brought my business here in Houston, in a prime area here in Houston. And so she was a massage therapist because she wanted to work in my business. So she just kept in touch with me. And then all of a sudden I didn't see her anymore. And then when she came back around me, she was just buying all this makeup and all this stuff. And she says, I'm rich. I said, rich? She said, yeah. I said, how? She says, girl, I pulled a Monica Lewinsky and I got awarded 9 point some million because I had the evidence. And he said that he didn't do it. So what I'm saying about Michael Jackson is dead. He cannot defend himself. But if these two accusers have the DNA, then I'll believe them. But until then, people could say what they want to say. People can say whatever they want to say. They can accuse whoever they want to accuse. The only way I go for it is if you have that proof in the pudding, like that girl did. The proof in the pudding. She had the proof in the pudding and she didn't even get to enjoy it because of the way she did it. She set that man up. And I know she did because of the way she explained it to me. And she was laughing about it. She says, I pulled the Monica Lewinsky. And that was all she had to say to me. So what I'm saying, please, everyone, let Michael Jackson rest in peace. And as I said again, Oprah, she filmed that show. It had to be for money. It had to be she was paid. It had to be to support her network because I still can't believe that Oprah would defend anyone that she wasn't sure that they did it or not. Because I wouldn't. I couldn't do it because of the fact that I would have to know for sure. Because I don't want Michael Jackson to come up from his grave and hunt me. I really don't. I really don't. So these guys have to be really bold. And I don't know why they didn't tell it then. Oh, I'm afraid, this, that, and the other, like that maid. I was afraid. I was afraid. I was young. I was this. Well, I've been young before too. And most young people, their parents teach them, no matter what, tell. Let your parents know. No matter what, if anybody tell you, don't tell, you still tell because I'm your mother. I'm your father. I'm here for you. And when you're built up with that type of self-esteem within yourself, that you're not afraid of anything but God, oh, you will tell somebody. Okay? And then for two of you not to tell, and then for three of you, actually, because this lady is saying she's seen all these underwear floating around in the tub and this and that, well, she needs to go to jail. Because if you saw that a molestation was going on in that home and you didn't report it, you should be going to jail too. Instead of everybody doing this Michael Jackson stuff, they need to go after the people that set up all this molestation stuff, the people that allowed this molestation stuff, and maybe some of this stuff will stop. So with that, I'm going to end my show, and I really, really thank you for listening to me. Sometimes I just do audio, but today I decided to show my face. So please click like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Michael Jackson is dead. Let's let him rest in peace. Goodbye.